Hey, welcome back to JB Breaks Free. I hope you're having a great day, a blessed day, and getting 1% better than yesterday, and breaking free from whatever is holding you back. And that's the goal of this channel, and I'm also trying to do the same. I did get out Instacarted today, made about 40 bucks. I am at 197 for the week, just doing it super part-time in the morning, and I just love being out there. It's quiet, make a few bucks to start your day, you feel a little bit productive, and it's going to help with some cost this week for sure. A few things I wanted to talk about today are toxic habits. Also wanted to go over some inspiring quotes from the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That was the first or second book I read on my path to freedom, on my path to self-improvement, certainly financially. The other one was The Richest Man in Babylon, which I want to go through again too. That was cool. And I remember just going through those pages and both of those books, and it was fairly simple topics, but it was just pretty mind-blowing and inspired me to keep learning and keep reading about life and financial tips. And then I also wanted to talk about a stretch that I have been using this week that has really relieved my neck pain. And, part of this channel also deals with pain-free, debt-free, and stress-free, anxiety-free, and pain-free is a big one, mentally and physically. And I do have some physical pains, and I guess we probably all have our own mental pains, but I do have some physical ones, and one has been my neck lately. And I just kind of want to show you a few of the stretches that I have done, and at your own risk, I guess you're supposed to say, but they have helped me, and I felt inspired to just kind of talk to the channel a bit about them, because maybe I was too stubborn to do those stretches. I don't know, but I guess the first step is always the hardest in any journey. But that being said, 7 toxic habits to change right now. Good habits obviously create positive patterns, and bad habits create negative patterns. If you relate to any of these, learn, grow, and eliminate them. And I've been trying to do the same also. Chasing dopamine is number 1. Chasing a high will never satisfy you. I think having a low criteria for happiness, and the secret to a rich life is not needing more. And that can lead to addiction to that satisfaction that you're chasing, whether that's drugs, booze, sex, scrolling endlessly, or buying endlessly. All that stuff is just cheap dopamine, binging on TV. Find other sources of good dopamine, perhaps like exercising, or feeling good from productivity, or saving money, or meditation, yoga. There's lots of positive ways to get your dopamine. The second one, and I fall victim to this a lot, multitasking is going to be less productive than focusing on one task at a time. And if you can break free from the bad habit of multitasking, the quality of your work will improve. I know I'm always trying to do 3 or 4 or 5 different things. I want to research for a video. I want to list a bunch of things. I want to Instacart. I want to read. I want to box this thing up that just sold. I want to go do something with the kids. I got to do these errands. And I think if I can just one at a time on my to-do list and do that thing well, the quality of the work will improve, and I think you'll also be much less stressed. Number 3, perfectionism. And this is one that haunted me for many years. Don't let perfect get in the way of good. Just start, learn, and do your best. That can be with this channel. That can be with Instacart. I was terrified to start it, but with anything, reselling things, I didn't know how to ship them, what was going to sell. Don't let perfect get in the way of good. Just start, learn by rapid trial and error. Number 4, comparing yourself to others. Only compare yourself with yourself from yesterday. And the motto is to get 1% better than yesterday. And if you do that, you're winning. And that's the comparison that counts. Number 5, being risk averse. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone. Don't regret not acting and taking action. And that can go for many things. Risk averse. I remember there was a lot of times when I didn't think a waiter should be or could be in the stock market. I didn't think that I should take a chance to do a side hustle. Maybe I didn't want to go travel to this place. Maybe I didn't want to speak to this person. but in every instance, acting either worked out or I learned from my actions and was able to get better the next time. There's whether or not you succeed or fail, you try again. Number 6, not seeking help. Everyone has different skills and skill sets and talents. And sometimes you're just going to have to ask for help, and that will help you on your journey. And number 7 is neglecting self-care for your body, mind, and spirit, to get enough sleep, to exercise, to drink enough water, to get sunlight. You eliminate those 7 toxic habits, and you will be well on your way to a much freer life, which is the goal around here. And then some inspiring quotes from Rich Dad, Poor Dad that I just love. The first is going to be, winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is a part of the process of success. There's certainly been times in my life where I have been afraid of failing. And that stopped me from even playing the game. And I might have left the game too soon. The game of life, the game of a job, the game of progress, of exercising, gamified life in any aspect. And now I learn from my mistakes, and it might frustrate me right in that moment, but then I see the lesson an hour later or a day later, hopefully at most. Number 2, rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets. That was a massive one for me. Asset is something that puts money into your pocket. Liability is something that takes money out. And it's life-changing when you just eliminate those liabilities, you save so much more. Number 3, emotions are what make us human, make us real. Be truthful about your emotions and use your mind and emotions in your favor, not against yourself. Don't let the emotions hold you back. Break free from that and use the emotions in a positive way, hopefully to motivate you on your path to success. Number 4, most people fail to realize in life it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. That's kind of earth-shattering for someone to read, as very much a middle class, waiter's salary, tip salary, teacher salary, whatever. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. That can really level the playing field and give you a massive step up. Number 5, there's always risk, so learn to manage risk instead of avoiding it. There's risk with everything. There's risk with travel. How are you going to manage it? Maybe go to a safer spot. There's risk with the stock market. Maybe diversify. There's risk in staying in your comfort zone. Get out. Take a chance. There's always risks in life, but, don't avoid the risks. Manage it in a proper way. Number 6, people who avoid failure also avoid success. I just keep thinking about nursing school. I got myself out of the game. I tried to avoid failure. I think I had a lot of imposter syndrome. I can't believe I thought of that word that I wanted to get. But there's a lot of times that I avoided failure and also avoided success. I think that the two are tied. I've failed at multiple things. I failed at reselling. I've failed at Instacart. I've failed in school. I've failed financially. I've failed in life. But I also have regrouped in all those areas and taken chances and managed some form of success. Number 7, life is so much like going to the gym. The most painful part is deciding to go. Once you get past that part, it's easy. Once you get your workout clothes on and you start working out, it is what it is. Once you start changing your lifestyle to save, then, saving kind of becomes part of your life. It's just getting going. The first YouTube video was the hardest to make. The first Instacart shop was the hardest to shop. The first day of going back to school was the hardest. And then you just go and you do what you got to do. The first day of going to the gym, who's going to be looking around? Nobody cares, number 1. Nobody cares. It's all in your head. Just take that step. No one cares about the mistakes that you're doing or the process of learning that you're going through. Number 8, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of it. And I try like assets, stocks, things that you can invest in, liabilities, cars, material goods, records, things that take money out of your pocket. And finally, if you work for money, you give the power to your employer. If money works for you, you keep the power and you control it. And yes, I am still working for money from my employer, and so he has that power, and that's fine. But I'm also trying my hardest to minimize that contract that we have. Like, I'd like to earn my freedom by saving as much as I can now to get me out of the rat race a little bit quicker, or at least allow me to go out on my own as an independent contractor, maybe through the gig economy or whatever, and just not be solely reliant on one employer who can snap his fingers or retire and game over. So that's something I'm very, very focused on my path to freedom. And then I will show you these quick neck stretches. Interlock the fingers behind the head. You can feel like the scoop at the base of your skull. Just down. Hold it for 15. Really give it a good stretch. Stretch the chin into the chest. Back up. Take a breather. Do that 2 or 3 times. Then I just been tilting it ear to each shoulder. Really feeling the stretch in here. Can do it sitting down or standing up. My pain has been pretty rough on my left side. Do it to both sides. And you can feel it. But it feels pretty good. And then I like this one even maybe the best, is tilting kind of like your chin or your nose down to your armpit. Really feeling that stretch right there. On the other side. Lifting up. Do each of those 3 times for 15 seconds. I've been doing also kind of a self-massage. And I have this thing that kind of like a little handheld massager. Plug it in, and do that on my neck for like 10 minutes, and I have felt a lot of improvement. So maybe if you have a sore neck also, that can help you out. And I think as a waiter, that's certainly an issue. I don't know if it's just the tension, me looking down, lifting trays, but the neck is sore, and that has really loosened it up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're breaking free. Let me know how you're doing, and I will talk to you on the next video.